It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see the Colts rookie quarterback.
The final 2-week stretch of the 2023 regular season, and we are underway week 17 here on this New Year's Eve. Muscles by at the 25 and up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by their 6'3 cornerback.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. It was just 3rd down and short, but he bit off a little extra.
I would say way more than he could chew, but he chewed up all that yardage in a big way. And that, to me, that was a combination of offensive line, stacked defense, and they handled it. Okay, they got the leverage, they got the blocking angles, and opened up a nice crease. And once you get past that first wave, there's room to roam.
Yeah, that's just a 3rd play from scrimmage. They wanted to avoid that 3 and out. They did. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Stroud on 3rd down now. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line. So now the Colts backed up to start their initial drive. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
7 yards there and a 1st down. The Colts at 7 and 8 now on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here's McKee. Throw here taken in by Wiley, the tight end. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. And McKee will look to throw it. Pass hauled in by Johnston. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. They'll go Madison up the middle. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Raiders very strong in that victory a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Back to throw, McKee. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Yaya Diaby brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. McKee. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And McKee now. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. But give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
Big Al Woods there to make the tackle.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. McKee to throw here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Colts first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Looking to throw. McKee. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tyler Boyd. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And able to get this out to the 25. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. You look at this Colt defense. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Now here's Stroud. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means
you.
2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. McKee now to throw. And that is incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it 2nd down and 11. Stroud. And that's going to be incomplete.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Now Stroud. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football because, as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Throwing on 1st down, McKee. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. McKee. He gets it to Johnston. Touchdown, Colts. Quentin Johnston, 39 yards. And the Colts go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces to see the present, making plays, and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Stroud looking to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a big play there for Vegas. And even 50 yards.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
1st and 10, it's Stroud. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Again on 2nd down, it's Stroud. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
Here goes Stroud again. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. But when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he stopped immediately there. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. McKee. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Stroud off the play fake. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. This offense returns to the fold along with running back Alexander Madison.
The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Back to throw. McKee. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now. Throwing again. McKee. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that is very well done there as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Stroud's throw there taken in by Smith. And they'll get him down up past the 15. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. Here's Stroud. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Stroud to throw it. And this one complete to Smith. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. From the 41, here's 2nd and 2. Going to run with Madison again. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 81 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40. Now a handoff to Chandler. He'll get this down to the 38.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 28. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. On first down, McKee drops this off with Nwangu. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 15-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He completes it to Boyd. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. First down marker at the 5. It's second and goal. Here's McKee.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up first and goal.
And McKee will look to throw it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Second down and goal. McKee. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Open man right side is Cup complete.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Boswell's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to run.
There he goes, right side. Kene Nwangu. And they finally got to him at the 2-yard line. Almost coast to coast. What a great return. They'll be set up beautifully.
That's a tremendous start to the third quarter. These guys had their foot on the gas the entire first half. They continue to keep the accelerator down.
Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. The big kick return nearly resulted in 6. Now they'll try to finish the job here. First and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tanner McKee scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Colts come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. That touchdown, Charles, the first rushing TD of his rookie year.
I don't know that he's going to be Lamar Jackson or Russell Wilson or Josh Allen at this stage of his career, but he's got youth on his side. Those young legs, he put them to good use there, didn't he?
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC.
Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
Meanwhile, Stroud's throw caught by Higgins.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Throwing now is Stroud. Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
48 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Muscles him off. And the stiff arm proved fruitful for a second, but the daylight quickly snuffed out. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Stroud now on 3rd and 2. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders' first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10.
A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4.
Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. 2nd down, Jacobs once more.
Down at the 2. Broke through the first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line.
3rd and 3. Now here's Stroud on 3rd down.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down.
And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this Colts defense comes up with a goal line stand. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They're continuing to rock and roll, and at intermission, you know, maybe sometimes you fear after such a good first half of a letdown, but that wasn't the case.
And what I remember most about being in those situations.
And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he'll be out right at the 35. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. On the handoff, it's Madison. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Now 2nd and 9.
Another carry now for Madison. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
Looking to throw. McKee. He's got his target. That's complete.
A big play there for Indy. 46 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Back to throw, McKee. Throw left side, pulled in by Mingo.
Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
They work now on 2nd and 9. And McKee now.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Tyler Boyd with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Colts are able to extend their lead. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early, so now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. And that is caught downfield by Thomas.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 35. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Stroud working out of the gun.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
It's Zaven Collins who got in there to get the sack. So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped him for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14.
Stroud here on 3rd and long.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
He had the touchdown pass on that previous drive, number 25 for him on the year. And he'll look to keep it rolling, 1st down. McKee now to throw.
And this one's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. On 2nd down, this is Madison. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
McKee. Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far.
And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
Here's Madison running on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. McKee to throw here. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The Colts send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And Jacobs is going to have a Raiders first down as he'll get this up to the 32. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And Stroud now to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. This offense so far on 3rd down, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Stroud. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap to Stroud. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he's got this down to the 35. Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. 2nd and 10. The throwing again is Stroud. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. They'll try and run for it with Connor. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Stroud to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Here's Stroud. Powering forward. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And the Raiders are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Jacobs will cross the line. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And he puts this one through. It makes our score 31-10. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Now following the touchdown, Richter to kick off. This taken in at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. They'll start on the ground with Madison. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10. Running from the shotgun with Madison. A nice little juke. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 102 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's a give to Madison running right. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
On first down, here's Stroud.
Now they go screen. It's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. The 2nd down throw now from Stroud. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Stroud looking to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They go with Jacobs. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. 1st and 10, it's Stroud. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. This pass complete to Higgins. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the 1st down. That is caught, and he is going to have a Raiders 1st down. It'll wind up being a gain of 5 there on 4th and 2. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Stroud now on 1st and 10.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down.
Again, it's Stroud.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
4th down. Here's Stroud.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing.
Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. Here's Madison getting it again on 2nd.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
119 yards rushing now on 23 carries so far.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
They'll go Madison up the middle.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on